cotton.
I see.
But I didn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hell, they clean toilets. They clean
Right.
spittoons. I don't think
You didn't do that. You stayed with the food.
But every black person you saw, you work for the railroad, you a phone reporter. No, I was never a phone reporter.
I see. So you had status. You had
So I
status.
thought so.
Yeah. You thought so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but,
Very cool. Mm-hmm.
Our union got together. We put in for steward job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I show you how God works. They had a steward from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know nothing about food. When they came to wait, they told him, you just get on the train. You can figure, the waiter will show you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That was his testimony for our benefit in court.
Mm-hmm.
We won our case.
You won the case.
And I was the first black steward
Wow.
for the Southern Pacific hit Los Angeles.
Wow. So what was your line? Which line were you on?
Southern Pacific.
Southern Pacific. Right. But you were the first black
steward.
Steward.
That steward is the head of the dining car.
Head of the dining car, cooked and right as well. Wow, beautiful. So how long were you in that position for? How long did you do that?
I don't know. Maybe I think I had about 28 years
Wow.
service
Wow.
until it began to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amtrak came into being.
Yes.
And Amtrak took me as a steward.
Mm.
And I found out I knew my business.
Wow. You were probably at Amtrak from the
They
beginning.
said, well, all right, Johnson, you teach these stewards how to work.
How to do this.
And from that time on,
Mm-hmm.
when I look again, they sent me to Washington, D.C.
Wow. What was
Because
happening in
to
Washington?
get my pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the headquarters for Amtrak.
Yes.
And because when I got there, I had an appointment. My daughter's in Silver Springs. That's just a stepping stone for
That's
the
where my daughter lives in Silver Springs, where I live right now.
Is that right?
Gia lives in Silver Springs, Maryland. Yes.
She lives on Shaw Street.
I don't know the street that she's on, but yeah. So your daughter was in Silver Springs, and that's where you went to get your check.
I went to get my raise in pay.
I see.
That's where the headquarters was on the Flaunt Plaza.
I see.
And when I got there, I had an appointment and everything else at the time.
Mm-hmm.
In that office, they had somebody else in there. And, you tell that boy, I heard him, you tell that boy, I'll be with him in 15 minutes.
Wow.
And I could hear him till he was from Texas.
Yeah.
I said, I got him in my back pocket.
Wow.
And I got everything, yes, sir. No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I had the job.
Right.
When I look again, I was teaching the art of never cooked, but I was paid to teach it.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, and I never forget when I had a board, I was teaching culinary arts,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I had oral UX.
Mm-hmm.
And man, cooking for 20 years. What'd you do with that rocks up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's something you've been doing for 20 years. Yeah, don't tell me how to run, but I said, that's the foundation for all your gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my foundation is root. I said, that's all you else is root.
For real. Yes.
That's
Yes.
But in later years,
Mm-hmm.
I was being young supervisor of service anywhere. train went.
Right.
General supervisor of service.
What supervisor?
General supervisor.
A general supervisor of service. Beautiful.
I retired at that time.
With Amtrak. What year did you retire from Amtrak? Roughly.
I didn't know. When I was 65.
You were 65 when you retired. And so Amtrak, so you probably were with Amtrak from the very first time, from when they were just starting, right? At the
Oh,
very,
yes.
very beginning.
Yes, I
Beginning
don't
of
know
Amtrak.
when they first started, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Uncle Charles, what school did you go to? Could you list out the schooling and the difference, you know, today, you know, like back when you were 21, and then you look at the 21-year-olds today.
Oh,
And then talk about your school, first your school.
I know my first day in school, I took the lunch at school. I had syrup and biscuits. Bag.
Oh, we eat a lot.
And somehow, 6 years old. Somehow or another that bag broke and the biscuits fell into the bump, bump going down.
Oh, wow.
Knee behind. I had two brothers, I know. Yeah, syrup and biscuits. Lunch.
Yeah.
Never forget that day. Yes. So that was, call it, McDonough, number 27 school. John McDonough founded, and the name of the streets behind you, in later years they call it Gretna, but when I went to school,
Gretna.
McDonoughville, Louisiana.
I see. And that was the name of the school, too?
The cemetery, yes. At McDonough 27, all black, McDonough 35, high school,
Right.
McDonough 32, McDonough 17.
Right.
All these were made by this, you know, the blacks are black school.
Right. Was McDonald a black man? He wasn't, but it was named
White
after,
man.
it was a white man, but it was,
Right,
yeah.
man. The cemetery is still, they changed the name of the city, Gretna, but the cemetery is still McDonaldville Cemetery.
McDonaldville? McDonaldville.
McDonaldville.
Right, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, I went to a junior high. It was named after Francis Scott Key Junior High School. This is in Brooklyn, New York. You know,
Yeah,
so I was a white
uh-huh.
man as well. You
That's
know,
right.
most of the students were. That's very interesting. So you went to high school in New Orleans, or not in New Orleans, but
Yes.
in New Orleans. Okay.
High school in New Orleans and then went to work.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to get off at 1 o'clock. From 1 till 4, I went back to school.
Right.
University of New Orleans for 1 year.
University of New Orleans, yeah, how beautiful was that? Yeah, and that was before you came out here.
That's right, yes.
Then you started working and you went to Dallas.
That's why we were first. Oh, I went to Dallas when they had the Centenarian in Dallas, Texas.
Right.
That's where I left
Yes.
because that's where the cat stole my car.
Well, yeah, you mentioned. So you never got to do the trucking. You never got to do that.
Got to do that.
That's what he asked you to do.
And
but
you
you
know,
never
where I
did
went to
that.
buy the clothes, you heard of Neiman Marcus?
Neiman Marcus, yes. Now, did you go in?
They told me.
Did they let you in to buy the clothes? Did you go in?
Yeah, well, I had a, letter,
They gave
but
you
they never stopped me.
right. Okay.
But used as a black, she couldn't go in.
Right. But they let you went in. You were able to go in.
Yeah, I didn't stop in. I only guess to stop anybody else who wanted to go in.
Right.
It was just so stated.
Right.
And that Dallas, Texas, Negroes had, I can't remember the name of the street, barbershops.
Right.
Black men had their white uniforms on, cutting black hair.
Cutting hair. I see.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, so.
Very interesting. So then,
And I never forget, I was working at night at John R. Thompson in Dallas, Texas. Waiting in the hotel, waiting table, and Joe Louis lost to Gene Tooney.
Oh, wow. It's,
I was waiting that
yeah,
night, right
yeah.
next door.
So what kind of
Right-
response do
Right next door to,
the white people were all excited?
oh, right next to Neiman Marcus.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Joe Louis and Gene Tunney, and Joe Louis lost.
It's your old partner.
I know. Was
Yeah.
that before Max Schmeling?
That was the one who beat him.
Right.
It's Max Mellon.
Max Schmeling, but then he came back and beat Max
Oh.
Schmeling. He broke his ribs. Remember, he came back and beat him up.
He wasn't in there 2 minutes.
He beat him up.
Yeah.
Beat him up. But when was the other? What was the guy's? What's the first guy's name that we mentioned? Not Max Schmeling.
Who beat Joe Louis?
Tunney.
Or Gene Tooney.
Gene Tunney. When was that fight?
Gene Tooney and Jack Dempsey.
Yeah.
They were the ones, but
Did Joe Louis ever fight Tunney?
no.
No. Oh, okay. So you were mentioning Jack
Tooney.
Dempsey and Gene
Gene
Tunney.
Tooney, yeah. I was selling
Now,
paperboard.
who Gene Tunney won the fight?
Yeah.
He beat Jack Dempsey.
No.
What happened?
That was a long count. Either Jack knocked him down and
Oh, are we talking about? Let me see. Are we talking about Jack Johnson?
no.
Wait a minute.
Jack Johnson fought Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, that's right. Bring me up to date here. Jack Johnson fought
Yeah.
Jeffrey. But which fight? You were speaking of which fight?
Gene Tooney
Gene Tunney and
Jack Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey. Who won that fight?
Jack Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey.
But that was a long count. You
I
remember
see.
anything about the long count?
Kind of. I remember the long count for the other fighter, but
No. Jack Dempsey
mhm.
had a fighter named Harry Wills.
Okay.
Jack Dempsey never did fight Harry Wills.
Mhm.
And I was selling papers then.
Yeah.
In the editorial, there Harry Wills, like man working, says, I don't know what I'll do if that Dempsey boat don't come in.
Right.
But Dempsey never did fight
He
him.
never fought Harry.
Oh, he-
Harry Wills was a white.
No,
Who
Harry
was
Wills,
black
black
fighter?
guy.
He's a black
Yeah,
fighter.
black fighter.
Was he as good as Jack Johnson? I mean, he didn't do what Jack Johnson did.
No, Jack Johnson wasn't fighting when he went to fight.
This was before Jack Johnson started fighting.
No, after. Jeffrey, Jack Johnson knocked Jeffrey down.
Right.
Jeffrey got up to wipe his chin.
Right.
Jack Johnson knocked him down again.
Right.
That was the same.
Right. Now, what kind of, back in the day, what kind of response would you be getting where you were working back
Selling
then?
papers.
Selling papers. Yeah.
Extra man, extra paper.
Wow.
I'll never forget that. What it was. I remember the name now.
Gene Tunney? Jack Dempsey?
Jack Dempsey and
Gene Tunney.
it might have been Gene too, but I don't think so. But he knocked Jack Dempsey out the ring,
Wow.
and they put him back in the ring, and Dempsey beat him.
Yeah.
Dempsey was a hell of a puncher.
Wow. Now, were you a boxing fan?
No more than look on the radio.
On the radio, that's right.
Radio.
That's how we,
Yeah.
when I was in Panama, we used to listen to
Radio.
fights on the radio. I used to hear Joe Louis fights back in the day.
Yes,
You know,
oh my.
on the radio. It was almost like you were watching it on television, wasn't
Yes,
it?
indeed.
Yeah.
And you didn't have
Yeah.
radios. Go to the grocery store,
Right.
bar room. Everybody was on the
Everybody was listening
yeah.
to the radio. That was a very special time. Very special. When did you get your first TV?
Oh, here,
In California, right?
here in Pasadena.
Right.
And I had it straight in, they stole it, broke in my house, stole it.
Oh, someone stole it. Oh, man.
Black folks.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I want another one.
You bought another one. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you play any sports?
Did you play any sports at all?
Yeah.
Did you play sport? Any?
Never did.
No, any. Okay.
Never did. As a youngster, you know,
Mhm.
played baseball, but never leave. We played with the moss pickers and little potatoes hard to peel. That was our name of our little potatoes hard to peel.
Little potato.
Hard,
Little potatoes
hard to peel.
That was the name of your team.
Little
Now,
potatoes hard to
was it
peel.
a team that you wore uniforms
No,
or
no,
not? That's just
no.
pick up, just
Yeah, pick up. And
game.
we played with a group of kind of older men. They called them the moss pickers.
Moss
they used to
pickers.
pick
I
moss
see.
and so on.
I see. Yes.
And that was, you know, on a Saturday, Sundays.
Oh, was that
Rest of the time,
softball?
you know,
Softball?
Huh?
Was it softball or
hardball.
hardball? So you had your gloves and everything. You had gloves, but no uniforms.
That's right. Now, we made our gloves
Oh,
when
you
we
did?
first started school.
Oh,
And
wow.
my brother made our own gloves from canvas.
Okay.
Sewed them, made our own ball.
Wow.
Took them a regular golf ball,
Yes.
wrapped it with cord,
Yes.
was able to buy baseball.
So you
got out there.
made your baseballs.
Made our baseball. made
Well, what
our-
you after you started with a golf ball, wrapped it with cord. Well, what did
Yeah.
you cover it with?
It was the same cord, we just kept wrapping.
Oh, just kept wrapping
Yeah.
it. I see.
And then sewed it.
I see. Right, very interesting. Very interesting.
So I tell you, hey,
Mhm.
if you didn't have it, you made it.
You made it. That's right.
Do they do that today? Would you think the youth?
No.
Talk about the.
I recall when, now this is in 1922,
Mhm.
a man owned the baseball building, where you played the baseball.
Mhm. Right.
Oh, on
right.
the park.
Sta-
Cleves Park,
Stadium. Yes.
Sunday, 1922.
Mhm.
I was going to, if they knocked a foul ball, you got it, you pick that ball, it let you in the park.
Yes.
And just as I made a step, foul ball came over right in front of me.
Wow.
So I got to make good, now I had to pick it up,
Mhm.
give it to the man, you get him free.
Right. Right. But this is
Yeah.
in New Orleans, or this?
This is Mike across the river.
Okay.
That man, it was Cleves Park, he owned it. This is where Mel Ott first started.
Okay.
Now Mel Ott lived up the street, his father was Albert Ott, a baker shop.
Right.
And Mel Ott,
No, it was a white man. Was he white? Yeah,
No,
white. Well,
white,
white. Yeah, white basically baseball player.
he was
Yeah.
a full baseball player.
Right. Right. Very
He used to play on
interesting.
the Sunday morning.
Okay. So
for
did you
small
go? You
crowd.
go to? Were you allowed to go to the games or not? You
This
were
black man on the park.
the black man on the park.
Remember, black baseball player.
Oh, and that I
And
see
on
the black.
Sunday,
I
like the
see.
Sunday morning, the white teams used to play.
Right.
This is when Mel Ott started. When you look again, he was playing with New Orleans Pelicans.
Mhm.
Mel high team. When you look again, you see Major League.
Well, I forget what team he went to now. Did he go to? Was he Yankees or?
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
What team he was? We can check that out. I can check
Yeah.
that, but yeah. But so that black baseball team that the black man owned.
Well, he owned the park.
He owned the park,
Yeah, and then but like baseball players in that park.
right? But I forget what. Do you remember some of the names of the teams of those teams that used to play in that park?
Well, the Pullman Porter had that team,
Okay.
but there was the McDonald Giants.
McDonald Giants.
That was their park.
I see. McDonald Giants.
Yes, and you had the Pullman Porter had a team,
Mm-hmm.
various other teams, black men. Yeah, we had.
So yeah, but that was the Negro League.
Yeah,
They would so other teams would come and play, right?
that is right.
From
Yes.
all over, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Anything in particular that we haven't covered?
No, just the day and how the health wise and the physical fitness and
Right.
all of that. How you're going to get to be
Yes.
100.
Mr. Johnson, let me ask you this: in terms of what's your activity like in the last, like
My activity,
yeah, what are you doing? You doing any walking?
Well,
doing
no.
what are you doing? Activity-wise.
I get up in the morning and walk sometimes.
Okay.
Walk in the morning from here to Marine Corps and back.
Okay. So you do a little walking.
That's a little,
Right.
prior to that, with NAACP, I cooked about 20 years for the church.
Oh wow. Okay. Which church? Which church are you doing?
Scots United Methodist.
Scots United.
Methodist,
Methodist, okay.
used to cook lunch for
Mhm.
a group, I can't remember now what church, but they'd come in for lunch.
Yeah.
Cook lunch.
So you would fix
Singing?
30 years.
You would
Sing.
fix. You sang. You used to sing as well. You sang
I,
as well.
I sang in the choir.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. What kind of voice? Where were you? What kind of voice? Yeah, bass, baritone, bass.
Bass baritone, yeah.
Very cool. Very beautiful. How long did you sing in the choir?
I don't know. Not too long.
Uh-huh.
But, I think I took sick in the choir.
Yeah.
Somehow I just didn't go back and sing it anymore.
Right. Okay. And I noticed when you called, you said you were taking a nap. Do you take naps in the afternoon? Do you find that you take a nap during the day?
Nowadays, yes.
Yeah. You kind of,
My nap turns out to be sleep.
Yes, yes.
Travel.
Do you do that each day? Each day you take a little nap, take a break, and
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, Anwar Sadat, the head of of Egypt, they assassinated him, but
Yeah.
he said he wouldn't be able to exist without having a nap.
Yes,
He would
right.
he always had to
Have a
have a nap, at least a couple of hours in the middle of the day.
How many hours of sleep a night do you get? Do you average?
No, but I have enough.
Roughly, what would you say? How much?
Sometimes I sit up with my wife and watch,
Mm.
right now, Family Feud,
Okay.
and usually after they leave, I'll go to bed.
You go to bed, I see.
Uh,
So you go to bed around what time of night?
Anytime I feel sleepy.
Every time you see
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then you're up in the
I
morning.
Yeah, well, get up about, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Now sometimes I oversleep,
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
but every day we go to, right now, we go to senior citizens and have lunch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
remember when I first went to senior citizen, you were there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that it was serving, it served lunch. Man, they had milk. I said, oh, I'd do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
6 people at the table, four of the little carton in this hand and 2 in this hand, you got 6.
Mm-hmm.
Just, no pay,
Right.
but anyway,
Very
they
good.
all like it now, it's,
Mm-hmm. You drinking milk?
what?
You drink a lot of milk?
Not a lot of it.
No. Drink milk. Okay. And your
My
diet
morning-
now is
My
pretty much-
morning is coffee in the morning.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You like your coffee? What do you like with your coffee? You
Cream
like
and
it?
sugar.
Cream and sugar. Okay. Very good.
Hey, the best coffee maker in my family when I was a
Okay.
kid.
Yes.
Yeah. At that time, when you made that coffee,
Uh-huh.
and the coffee was made, you didn't set it on the fire. You set it in the pot of hot water.
Okay.
So 1 pot of hot water.
Mm.
And if you didn't, they could tell. I don't know how in the world they could tell the difference.
Yes. Yeah.
But I got to be the coffee maker.
Right. Freshly brewed coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of coffee beans did you like
We
to
use
use?
coffee and chicory.
Okay.
Okay.
We use-
Yes.
I know both are about to stop now, but
Yes.
your words of wisdom, looking in the camera, what words of wisdom, if anybody wants to really get to where you are right now, What words of wisdom do you have to say right now before
All I
this
can
goes
say
out?
is good living. That's all, good living.
Not stressing out, huh?
No smoking. A little wine.
Yes.
What St. Paul wrote to Timothy
Yes.
in the Bible. Timothy, don't drink that water, but drink a little wine for your stomach's sake.
Absolutely.
And often in Timothy.
Yes, yes.
So
Very nice.
a little wine.
Little
A very
wine.
little wine.
Yes.
So what makes you smile?
Huh?
What makes you smile?
Well, just same thing will make you smile. Someone tell a funny story or
Yes.
something to make you laugh.
Good, good.
Something you do,
Yes,
things like that.
good.
But yeah, I'm sure when you're with your kids, you're smiling as well. When you're with your
Yes.
with your grandkids and great grandkids, that must feel special.
All the great grandchildren was here.
Yeah.
That's
Have you guys taken a picture with everybody already? Has that
Yeah,
picture been
I guess
taken
so,
already?
yes.
Okay, we'll look at it. But great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time
Oh, but thank you.
to speak
Thank you for
with
coming over.
with us, speak with me. It's been quite a pleasure, and looking forward to getting together with you again sometime down the line. We don't necessarily have to
All
have
right, well, you can't ever tell.
the cameras rolling, but your life is very special, and well, it needs to be honored, and I honor you for
Yes,
for
the
the life
outside,
that you
you know,
live.
it's like you found a big barbecue every night.
Oh,
yes.
that's very nice.
But I haven't done it in quite a while now.
I see.
I've got my barbecue and everything out there.
Good,
And
good,
I
good.
used to have, day after Christmas was gumbo day.
Okay.
for me,
You made the
I made
gumbo?
my family. I
You
made the
made the gumbo, okay.
for family.
Good, good, good. What you put in your gumbo? What kind of stuff did you put in your gumbo?
Crab,
Mhm.
shrimp, chicken wings,
Mm-hmm.
mostly that.
I see. Very nice. Okay, any
And you
sausages,
got-
any
yeah.
sausage or?
As long as it wasn't pork,
Oh, okay,
you know.
okay.
A lot of people don't eat pork.
I see, so
I eat everything.
you ate it. That's good. But you
No,
would,
I-
respecting other people, you would
Yeah.
put the pork sausage.
That's right.
Right,
See, my father, I told you, was a cross-time maker.
yes,
He worked in the woods, and everything he brought home,
right.
we ate.
That's what you ate,
Rabbit,
yeah. Right.
squirrel, raccoon,
All that stuff, yeah.
turtle.
Right.
Now, I could cook a turtle,
Yeah.
but before you cut that turtle, you had to be clean.
Wow, wow.
My father taught us
How to clean the turtle.
be sure that turtle is clean before you cut it. Of the shells, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, wow,
Oh.
wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. But anyway, I honor your life. It's really very, very special, and I appreciate being able to
appreciate
spend a
you
little
coming
time
over.
with you.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
And of course, this little lady here has been doing up for quite a little
Oh,
while.
no, she's doing special work. She's making the whole world smile.
Yeah.
So this is Dr.
Dr. Ricardo Wilson, speaking to Mr. Charles Johnson. You're having a very beautiful conversation, just learning what I need to do to be able to live to the ripe old age that Mr. Johnson is at right now, and he will be right behind him in terms of doing the things that he's been doing to remain healthy. It's so important and so impressive.
How important do you think this mixture of mentoring like this, like there's roughly, 30 years between you two, and you want to aspire to get with him, do you recommend this as a healthy partnership to mentor and to sit at the feet of our kings and elders?
Absolutely. No, there's no question. Yeah, and Mr. Johnson is a king. There's no question about that. And I think it's important to gain from the wisdom that he has experienced in his life. I really believe that that's a nice thing for us to be able to transfer. I was going to ask you about the music in Central Avenue. Were you experiencing much of that at all? Much. I'm involved. I'm a doctor right now, but I'm also involved in
I
music.
got a guitar.
Mhm.
You have a guitar?
So I had a guitar I just forgot how to rap it. I still want to go back to my guitar and learn to play it.
Okay, learn to play the guitar.
Yeah.
But were you sharing time with any of a lot of the musicians that were coming through
No,
Sense? So you
no.
didn't
No,
you didn't know a lot of the
only
musicians?
at school here.
Mhm.
I learned to play a little guitar.
I
Me
see.
and my granddaughter, I never forget,
Right.
she was a little bitty girl,
Okay.
and she used to sing a little song when we played the guitar.
On the guitar, boy. It's never too late to pick it back up again.
That is
so-
right.
Do you think they do that a lot today? I mean,
Yes.
as far as
I think so.
mentoring, so do you think that's what's lacking today?
That
Getting
is
together
right,
and listening
yes.
to the
That
stories?
is- I think so.
Okay.
And just the fact that you were able to get together with your granddaughter and show her how to play the guitar, that's very special as well. That's
Yes.
very, very beautiful.
Okay.
Very, very nice.
Like I
Very
got
good.
my oldest great grandson.
Mm-hmm.
I got a BB gun. He
Oh,
was
okay.
10 years old.
Oh, wow.
He got about a month before he be 10.
Wow. Okay.
He can take it home with him.
Okay. Okay. My mom almost lost her eye with a BB gun. So that's
right.
He needs to be
10
careful.
o'clock, 10 years old
Right.
before he take that BB gun.
So he learns how to use it. But anyway, such a pleasure again. And,
It was wonderful. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of your
you.
day.
Yeah.
And, much love.
Good to have met you.
Yes, nice to have met you too. And I want to thank Mrs. Johnson as well.
Yeah. Thank the boss.
Yes. We should have the camera on her as well. Thank you so very much for allowing us the space to come in and share
Quite all
share with you. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for smiling. That's it.